Previously on Homebrew Detroit's. So, all right. Well, let's take it to the map then.
Take it to the map.
To the map.
Take it to the map. Kevin.
After that, there's lots of combat. More combat, and we get back to the show.
Another month without doing it.
Do you mean saying previously on, or?
Yeah.
Winkle, 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 winkle. I mean, from what I hear, when you get married, sex is over.
What?
That's not true.
Yeah, the old joke is
that's hetero.
I mean, I was kind of hoping that would be true because I'm like really old compared to Jesse, so I was hoping he'd like the sex would slow down at least a little, but no.
Well, happy gay month. You're having gay sex.
Not right now.
Speaking of gay sex, watched Morbius last night.
Did he morb?
It's Morbin time.
Not as how hard did he morb?
He morbed pretty hard.
Pretty hard. Yeah.
Not as bad as the internet makes it seem. Still not a great movie.
Yeah.
There's
Matt
my
Smith
takeaway.
cannot catch a break.
Who's
Who
that?
can't?
The 11th Doctor.
Oh, Matt Smith. Okay.
Yeah. He just cannot catch a break. No matter how many big tentpole or like supposedly blockbusters he ends up in, they're never successful.
Well, Jared Leto is, I think, the first person to have the worst selling comic book adaptation for two different brands of comics.
Yeah, that's fine though, because he has a cult and a private island, so whatever.
Does he?
Yeah.
It could have been as bad as Daredevil, right?
Like it's a sex cult, which I don't get, because who the fuck would want to have sex with Jared Leto? He looks like somebody took a Cabbage Patch doll and sucked all the juice out.
Apparently hundreds of women.
Ugh.
He's like he's an animatronic version of a used Go-Gurt.
And he's rich. So
He's rich probably.
Yeah,
Lots of
private island.
Yeah.
Well, he's been acting like a rock star since My So-Called Life.
Well, to go back, Matt, no, it is not as bad as Daredevil. I just wanted to point out
you go.
That's a pretty low bar to cross.
That was a Ben Affleck movie, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah, and Hillary Swank. Was it Hillary Swank that played Elektra?
Jennifer Garner.
Jennifer Gardner. She used to be in movies, but she's not in movies
horrible
anymore.
Because she did Elektra, which was worse than Daredevil.
Yeah.
Hillary Swank in Elektra. Ugh. No, I just don't.
Oh, that's right. They did. That was like a sequel, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was real bad. It was real
Why
bad.
did they do it? I can't remember. Why would I don't? There weren't that many superheroes back then.
So the
Catwoman Hillary
movie,
Swank.
the Catwoman movie was so bad that people recognized it, right? As being bad. It got watched a lot because it was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't Jennifer Garner.
No.
that
But
was
I'm
Halle
saying
Berry.
the Elektra movie was
Halle
just
Berry.
plain bad. So like
Boring.
people just forgot it even happened.
Yeah,
I think I had
That's
the
what I
DVD.
did with the Catwoman movie. I forgot that it was a thing.
Yeah, but
I mean,
that
if you like-
basketball scene.
If you like Halle Berry walking away from things, then it's a great movie. If that's not your jam,
I mean,
I mean, I would.
walking
Yeah,
away.
I mean, it's fine. That's not,
but you could just look up clips of it on the internet and not have to suffer through that shit ass plot.
Yeah.
I don't remember a plot.
There's not
There wasn't one.
one.
Aaron Stone
Okay.
is Clayface. Essentially.
I'm glad I don't remember that movie at all.
I don't
That's
think
how
I
feel.
ever saw it. When I saw how bad it was.
They basically
Getting
took Clayface, watered down his powers, and made it Sharon Stone, and that was the villain.
Wow.
I'm sure she's proud.
Yeah.
Well, she should be.
Probably just happy she wasn't in the basketball scene. because that's really the only thing that's worth watching, and it's horrible hilarity is Catwoman basketball.
Which not what you think it is, because in my mind, that's just lobbing cats up through a hoop.
That'd be better.
Where does the woman part come in on?
It's a cat
higher
lady.
chance of success.
Just an old cat lady
Just an
who's got a
old
bag
cat
full of
lady.
cats that goes
Yeah.
out to the basketball court.
Oh, I gotta drown these kittens. They're really starting to clog up the back room.
Homebrew Detritus does not condone animal cruelty.
No,
We do not.
We-
Having
we
too
usually-
many animals is also animal cruelty.
we usually reserve our cruelty for Kevin.
Yes,
Yes.
it's
Mhm.
true.
Well, that's warranted.
Not exclusively, but mostly.
I've got some Kevin cruelty planned for later when we get back into the story.
Oh,
Oh
no.
boy.
Spoiler alert.
I'm gonna be a
Not a spoiler.
cat rat.
Well,
Dog.
No, I mean maybe. Who knows?
Oh,
Oh.
sorry.
Okay.
I think Mahogany just remembered what game we're playing.
No, I just realized something about my spell list. It's not a big deal.
So we haven't played in 3 weeks, and some of these people forgot to level.
I
It's
didn't.
understandable. We've had a weird. All of us individually have had some weird weeks.
Yeah, these past couple weeks have kicked me right where I pee, just repeatedly.
Bathroom?
That's your ass, right? According to
Yes, I
Yes.
pee out of my butt.
I mean, you've had your gallbladder taken out. I believe you.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
episode
that's why there's
23
a,
for those of you listening at home.
Yeah, pizza rolls. Pee out of your butt.
that's why there's a list of foods that I should and should not eat,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm adding to it daily.
Scrawled on the wall like a prison inmate.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll mark that right off the list. Good to know. Good to
If you have
know.
If you have your gallbladder taken out, there's no more like ice cold large sickles in the morning for breakfast. No.
Gross.
I'm
Says you,
sorry.
I'll still shit.
What were you eating in the morning? Ice cold what?
What?
Lard sickles.
Lard. Oh, lard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You take pig fat, you put it on a steak, and you freeze it, and you just lick it a bunch.
I mean,
Alrighty
if
then,
you're,
that's enough of that.
if you're classy, use
That's
bacon.
it's
agree.
a classic Southern treat.
Mhm.
Oh.
Southern breakfast treat.
Aw.
That's just a
Oh,
Jimmy
these are
Dean
terrible.
sausage sandwich.
Yeah, basically.
You just don't put it in the microwave first.
Yeah, you just let it warm up in your mouth. You just bite a hunk out of it and just go.
Just break it off like it's a piece of
Heck.
dark chocolate.
What you do is you tuck it up in the corner of your cheeks.
Yeah, like a
bunch of
chaw.
Chaw.
Yeah.
You people are the reason that boxes have so many warning labels on it now.
Does that make it a Chausage? Huh?
You got Kevin.
Oh, that's great. Oh,
Chausages. Get them?
the new addiction sweeping the nation.
Write that down. That should be a poster that we do. Chausages.
Sausages, nicotine infused meat.
I'm
on it.
Snacks.
Now, so is it a nicotine infused meat or is it meat infused tobacco?
Mm.
We
The
don't
first
know.
one.
Nicotine
Yeah.
infused meat's grosser.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mm.
Although if you just like blend it up, tobacco leaves in a sausage casing with
Let's really dive into this.
yeah, let's get deep.
Let's make this product happen.
Chausages. I'll have the winter mint sausage, please.
It's got a good ring to it. It's just when you
Sausage,
dive
yeah.
into what those words are, it's bad.
Well,
That's
have you
where
ever,
they get you.
I mean, nobody wants to see where the sausage is made.
North Carolina.
There are numerous health code violations.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to import this product.
Just
From
get all
where?
them pig scrapings up off the floor, shove them in a meat sack.
They're
Meat
like Pirate
scrapings.
Bay. They have to stay in international waters to produce this product and then send it via drone.
Yeah, it's on a repurposed Scientology Sea Org vessel that we slaughter pigs and make sausage with.
It's technically illegal to make, but you can still have it shipped, which is a weird law.
Yeah. It's just loopholes.
So
Yeah.
we don't know where it comes.
All right, well, let's game.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's game.
Hey, now we gotta do
Game
our
on.
level up stuff, don't we?
Well, I was thinking we'd put that towards the end because we left on a bit of a cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm.
And then just to give you a behind the scenes, those of you listening or watching or whatever, I told them afterwards that three of these people have been playing the same character for 2 years now, going on 2 years. Wait, 2.5?
Yes.
Where are we at now?
Is it 2.5?
Forever.
No, it'll be
Since
2
the
years.
beginning
That's
of
August.
time.
2 years.
Yeah.
2 years next
we're
month. I
coming
think,
up
right?
on 2 years.
And that's a long time to play characters. So when the last episode ended, the king werewolf had died and he needed to pass his curse on so that one of you guys would be the new avatar for the wolf god in the fang. And then when we exit, I said, now this is a way for you to retire a character if you so choose. And nobody chose that option.
no.
Even having weeks to think about it, still nobody chose that option, which is fine.
Which character do you not
I
like, Tozer?
thought
Just
about
admit
it very, very thoroughly.
I like all these
Decided
characters except for Dr. Pox. He's too new to like or dislike. Boom, there's that Kevin meanness I said I had in store.
Pretty tame. Pretty tame.
Yeah.
I mean, accurate as well. He's only been here for 3 sessions.
3
Of course,
sessions, I think. Yeah.
one was enough for you guys to know that you didn't like Dalcos. So
Well, yeah, he was a
Who?
prick.
Who?
From the other show, the
other show.
anti-paladin.
Oh, the one that got melted.
mhm.
You basically just gave Jeff a weapon.
Yeah.
Here, you use it.
I made a character so you
I
can have
bought this for you.
Yeah.
Anyway, as we'll dive in. As the king is taking his last breaths, King Harkin, a powerful burst of divine / rage magic washes over those of you on the roof, which after 4 episodes includes everybody because Amon was finally able to make it up there. And each of you see flashes. You see a primitive tribe making their way towards the Fang and entering a strange crack at its base. You see one of them exit. And you see time pass, and the city slowly builds and becomes what you know it is today. When you see other people come and challenge this king, this kind of Viking avatar of rage for the wolf god, and most fail until one you see recognize who would become King Harkin. And all this, happened 80 years ago. This king showed up, this Harkin showed up and became king by challenging current king. And under his rule, you can see that peace and prosperity and kind of a community has formed here that the other kings lacked. And then each of you have kind of your own vision. You realize that this wolf god is testing you. It is showing you what it would mean to take on the quote unquote curse and become his avatar. Sandra, you see a place that you could bring anyone and they would be safe. All the things that you hate about Yharnam and the things that it does wrong to people of magic, would never happen here. But at the same time, you would never see the sea again. You'd never be able to travel beyond the borders of the Wolfwood. Nim, you see a breaking of chains. The devils tendrils that are tied into you. You can see if you were to take on this avatar, you could break those chains, but you would kind of be putting on similar chains because you as well would be stuck here to be the avatar of this wolf. Amon, you see a kingdom ruled the way you thought you would be able to rule your kingdom in Sands. But you know that you'd be giving up any possibility of ever returning to your kingdom, your rightful kingdom.
Yeah, hell no.
Vladros, you see a home, something that you've really never known. But again, you would be chained here, kept captive, and you feel that as well.
Wolves for the wolf god.
Dorian, your visions are a little stranger because it seems like you're getting a multitude of them over these personalities who've almost become sentient in your brain. So while most of them see this as a chance to harness great power, you also see that with taking on this curse, a lot of them would be destroyed, that they wouldn't be able to be the forefront of your mind ever again. Dr. Pox, you see a dungeon master who was really struggling to figure out a backstory to bring in to this vision, but your character is too new and his backstory too vague to really bring home a moment here for your character to highlight.
I like the idea that I like that the idea that the wolf god's like, oh no, that's a rat.
Nope. No.
I eat those things.
You stink of spoiled onions and soup.
I don't want that.
No one will follow you. But then you all see the paladin before you. You see his past. You see him adventuring with a halfling couple, a happy halfling couple. And then you see where one of them is pregnant and she gives birth. And then a terrible tragedy befalls the couple. And Varlos takes those children in as his own. You see them as Veta and Calip, the two halflings that are still by his side now. And you see the struggles he has with giving up what Caden Colleen has preached to him this whole time, being on the road and forming for adventure. But he looks at those two who are not on the rooftops yet and probably not privy to this vision that you're all sharing. You see him know that here they would be safer than they would ever be anywhere else. And without thinking, he removes his gauntlet and places it towards the king's mouth. Last chance. Does anybody do anything?
No. Let's step back.
I drink a potion.
It's poison and you die.
Oh.
I think Nim's loving Yarnum, and I think he would want to see that calamity through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got a kingdom I got to take care of. Not taking the easy way out, losers.
And for Sunder, it's not so much about the finding a place for people to be safe. It's more about fighting against anywhere being a place that people can't be themselves, you know? So she just can't do it.
And Vladros started this fight not knowing where it was, what it was, but he's going to see it through. And he can't do that as a wolf god avatar.
King Harkin takes Varlos by the arm and viciously tears into it. The magic that was swirling around all of you comes crashing down. Knocks you flat. If it hadn't been for the tree that Terrence had grew on this roof, you would have gone sliding off the side. It's a weird sentence to say out loud.
Thank God for the sturdy roof.
Very sturdy.
Also, whatever magics had caused Harkness to change, even though the moon wasn't full, also seemed to dissipate. Those of you with magical inclination can feel that there was some kind of haze you didn't notice before hovering over the town, and it shatters like a glass dome and dissipates. A few moments pass, and everything's eerily quiet. As you guys come to and begin to stand back up, you can see King Harkin is definitely gone. Next to him, on his knees, is Varlos.
I'm looking to see if there's any minute of like rage where he turns on us.
Roll initiative. No, I'm just
I was going for it.
I'm not in an initiative rolling state. I'm gonna be running away.
You're still gonna roll initiative to do that, though.
Listen, I'm on my new character sheet, so it's fine.
As you guys stand and reassess what's going on, it's not but seconds later when Veta and Calip make their way to the roof. There are wolves behind them, climbing, maybe through druidic magics. And they run up to Varlos. Can faintly hear him whispering things to them. And the two young companions of his begin to sob a little. He stands, that charismatic smile plastered on his face. You can tell that it's not a real happiness. But he turns to each of y'all and nods to each one. And he says, I have to make my way to the mountain to finish this. I will return shortly. And he begins to leave the roof. And before he gets all the way down, he looks at Vladros, who seems to have bonded mostly with the halflings over the course of these past few days. Keep an eye on them for me. And he drops from the roof. You can hear a thud as he hits the ground and then bounds towards the base of the fane. As you watch him run, you can see that the city, the battle is over. Whatever had been driving these Wickawax wild, these strange bugbears, seems to have been lost with the breaking of the magic. And they're fleeing the town. Lots of townsfolk chasing them out, hardy folk. Soon the adrenaline will pass and the healing will need to begin. What do you do?
I go with all of my medical skills and start setting up a triage area to bring anyone that's injured to me.
Okay.
Well, he's triaging on the roof. I'm gonna climb back down to the bar.
Welcome to Dr. Pox's rooftop triage. Look for the roof with the giant tree on it.
If you can get up here, you're not sick enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Dr. Pox there. I think it's a good idea, and I've got a cure light wounds wand.
Maybe set up at the tavern down below.
Yeah, I mean not on the roof, but you know, down below. Sensible location.
Yeah, is that tree going to be there permanently, or does it eventually magically disappear?
All things die, Kevin.
Also, I have no idea.
It's a
single
forever
tree
tree.
Hilton.
It's a feather token tree.
Flash forward 50 years into the future. That tree is still there. And the bar's name is now something tree related we'll come up with in 50 years.
The roots.
So wait.
Really clever.
So if it's 50 years in the future, that means we succeeded, right?
Maybe.
Over?
That's a possible future that we're seeing.
What's the other future, Joker?
I don't know.
A new campaign with new characters in a different world.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to Starfinder.
No.
That's more than 50 years.
Yeah, well, you
That's
don't know,
you.
maybe. Maybe Starfinder's happening right now somewhere else, and we're just in the backwater country of the universe.
Long ago in a galaxy far, far away.
But somehow still in the future?
Well, Vladros is going to stick with the halflings hang out with them and their wolves until Varlos comes back.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
Dorian, with
heal.
his 10 remaining hit points, walks over to the bar, pours himself a drink, and starts getting back to where he was before somebody cleansed all the poison out of his system.
You're welcome.
So
She
kind of a
walks by
somber.
like every half hour. Cleanse alcohol.
What a dick move.
Just to piss
That
off
would be
Dorian.
rude. I like it.
So kind of
I'm
a somber. Oh, go ahead.
I'm raising a libation to the new monarch. We get to be the first to do it.
Once the night gets underway, what starts being people being rushed to you to be healed and taken care of, you find out that also the silent servitude is doing the same thing. They've become a triage location, but you can never have too many when a town's been ransacked, such as Wolfwood Keep has. But what turns from immediate help starts to turn into gossips and rumors. And eventually a guard shows up, the King's Guard, and they make their way inside. We've heard rumor that there's a new king.
It's true. I took the curse. Please escort me to the treasury.
Oh, let's see where this goes.
Yeah. No, hold on.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, I'm just patching up.
I was like, we could get into this if you want to attempt it.
We can get rich here. Let's get rich.
Give me that bluff check.
I'm obviously joking because I'm half lit by this point.
Oh. We've come to reclaim Harkin's body.
Well, it's still on the roof, right?
Well, I didn't bring it down.
Yeah, we're
I'm
mummifying him.
small,
On the roof.
so I definitely didn't move him.
You're gonna need
Actually,
a
Amun probably would have done some type of shit to the body. Probably would have put it in the portable hole, dressed it, and then saved it for later.
dressed it, cleaned it, stuffed it,
Yeah, no,
put
yeah.
butter under the skin.
Listen, I'm a mortician. That's my job, and I got a cold workroom. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do too after some healing gets done.
So you've got the body? Did
Yeah, I
hear
got
that
the
right?
body. Yeah, I'll take the body. Yeah.
You've got it. You'd
I
be
sure do.
willing to bring it with us? Maybe answer some questions about what befell him?
Yeah, of course.
It's
You
been
can-
80
you can
years
e-
under his rule, but we always do this day could happen.
I might be able to get him to tell you himself.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So the guard and Amun make their way towards the keep proper. Is anybody going to go with Amun and he distributes or hauls the king's corpse to the...
Thunder will go.
Gonna
I don't
turn
think
into
so.
a weekend at Bernie's.
If Veta and Calip will accompany me, I will also help move the body.
Well, it's in the
Because-
portable hole.
I don't think they need help carrying it. It's just a matter of...
Oh. Well, I
Playing
mean,
stuff.
Varlos is probably going to meet them at the throne room, I assume. Well, he might come back here. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, all you know is he said he had to go to the Fang and he took off.
Is the
Well, We'll
is the
definitely tell him
castle
that.
is the castle on the way? Is the Fang on
Yeah,
the way to the castle?
the castle is built into the base of the Fang.
All right, then I will bring them with me and go.
Okay. So Amun, Wadro, Sonder are all going. The rest of you are staying behind at the bar.
Sure.
Split the party down the middle.
That's how we roll, apparently.
If he wants
So
to
the-
take my last 10 hit points, he can. It's fine.
So the rest of the night for you who stay in the bar is it's a long night. You don't get much rest. People are constantly coming in either for continued healing support or for alcohol or just to hear the rumors and find out if they, missing loved ones help. People are going here to clean the streets and things like that, where the silent servitude place becomes more of like the desperate triage location. Y'all become more of the where local townspeople are getting together and starting their own I don't want to say local militia, but like local parties to go out and clear the streets and check on households that maybe haven't been seen or heard from since the ambush started. So you have an opportunity to pick up a lot and learn a lot more about the town because you guys stayed there. The rest of y'all make your way to the Wolfwood Keep proper. You're escorted in through the main gates and into the throne room. And this throne room is mostly that in name. It's there's a high seat area, but it seems more Viking-esque with like pillows and throws and like not like a high chair. It's not like a proper. This even though the keep itself is like nice, like what you would call maybe dwarven built, beautiful. The decoration is more lax, and Conan the Barbarian has ruled there for a long time.
Very hypoborean.
Yeah. Behind this throne area, you can see a massive stone that has been moved, and behind it, a giant crack in what is the base of the mountain. The King's Guard, which is 4 men strong, say it'd be best if you left the body at the base of the crack. The Wolf Lord will know what to do with the corpse.
Sure. Before I do that, are these guys undead just by looking at them?
No.
And then when was Feisty with you, Matt, when they showed up? Are they evil?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, were they evil?
None of them detect as evil.
Okay, cool. And yeah, I'll throw the portable hole up on the wall and then pull out the body. Here he is. Dressed up nice and clean.
Would you tell us what happened? How he fell in battle?
He went mad.
The moon's not full. We thought maybe he brought the change on himself because of the siege of the Wickerwax.
We did see a full moon, correct, though? Like you said, we saw something like that?
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so you said it was like the full moon. All right. Yeah, which is strange.
It was
We
like
could
an
ask him.
illusion of a full moon.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
Well, if that's the case, let's ask him. I can ask him 5 questions, or he can answer 5 questions himself. Because we need some answers for that.
You're going to cast a
Yeah.
spell on the king's corpse?
I will cast.
Just
Speak with.
before he does that, can I sense motive on these guards right
Yeah.
there?
Yeah, speak with dead costs 10 minutes anyway, so you got plenty of time.
Hang on a second. I just gotta see.
Because I draw a scorpion in the sand, and you know
And
what
these
I do
people,
with my
they're
nipples.
not Fae, correct?
They are not.
All right.
As far as you can tell, 4 bland humans.
43.
Correct.
You do not sense any. These guys seem here for a purpose. Like their duty was as guard here. Is something like the few, the proud, the King's Guard.
It's like the
and-
Buckingham Palace guys, right?
And you get the sense that they're at their nervousness. Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, Buckingham Palace. They've
They're
got
so
the big
delayed.
hats and all.
Yes.
They're also in furry costumes. It's very strange.
Yes. Yes.
Painting a picture. But sorry, Terrence. Did that joke give you indigestion?
I have a very vivid imagination.
Well,
He really is picturing the worst kind of furry in a Buckingham Palace costume.
picture this, Terrence. Vaginas.
It's just the scene from The Shining is what he's picturing.
Mm.
No, I was just picturing like Paddington in S&M gear. You're like,
That has
Oh,
nothing to do with what he said.
no, but like my brain went like I started extrapolating and anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, that's on you. were thinking of that.
But yeah, this is more about you than it does about anything else.
So, Sonder, I'll give you that check. So, with the way of, I'll give you like the whole, you watching them from the bar to here and hearing them talk to Amun. Yeah, nothing subversive about what they're trying to communicate. They seem like they just want the story, and they seem a little unsure about what to do. And because of the vision, you know that there hasn't been a change of the king in 80 years. It's probably hasn't happened. It hasn't happened in any of their lifetimes.
In their lifetimes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So they're.
Oh, sorry. Go.
I was just gonna say they're purely going off like the book because they've never done this before.
So I let them know with our rings. Hey, man, they're cool.
All right.
Tell them to tell.
Yeah. And I'll ask y'all if you guys think of any questions I should ask. Let me know. But I'm gonna go ahead and ask the first question.
Is there any save against this, or
if the dead creature alignment was different from yours, the corpse will get a will save.
chaotic neutral?
That is, I'm chaotic good.
Close enough.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and ask who's the new king? Oh, and question answers will be. You
already know who the new king is.
I know, but I'm making sure they hear it. Like, we know it, but I want them to hear it from his own mouth. I got 5 questions.
So that's...
Answers are brief, cryptic, or repetitive.
the King's Guard, that makes sense.
Yeah, who is the rightful new king?
A drunken priest warrior.
What made you change form?
I don't know.
How did you fall? What fell you in battle?
The one, and he wouldn't know Vladros's name because you got the killing blow, right?
Yeah, thanks. Yes, I did.
What weapon were you using?
Shashka, my elven curved blade.
An elven curved blade.
What fell you?
And Vladros will look at the King's Guard with a quirked eyebrow like, yep, that was me.
This is why I didn't go. I don't want to get thrown in prison again.
Yep.
Any other
people's
questions?
lives to save.
Any other question you guys can think of?
Was he fighting with or against the Wiccawex?
Yeah, were you fighting against or with the Wiccawex?
Neither.
So it sounds like he was just in a fucking blood rage. This is mind ring talk. Should I ask if the killing was justified? Because I'm pretty sure it was.
Don't ask the victim that if their killing was justified.
Well, he knows he went berserk. Yes.
It is the way of the wolf god, Cyphrus.
That's what he says. That's the 5th question. That's it.
And then for some reason, he shits again. That's your spell causes their bowels to refill. And then they poop again.
Do this again. I hate this spell. Yeah. And there you have it.
The Wolf Guard say, we're not sure how long the calling takes, but you are welcome to stay until, as the former king described it, the drunken priest warrior returns as our new king.
He's a great guy. You're going to love him.
We remember
Love the
seeing
feast.
him as he came to ask for a writ. His return just earlier tonight with a story of not getting the battle, but challenging a group of adventurers for the right to claim it.
And that was us.
That was us.
Fair and square.
Strange.
Here's the head to prove it. I'll show them the head. Or no, did he take the head?
He took the head to
He
prove
took
it.
the head.
Yeah, never mind. I don't have to show it then.
But because he's,
Here's that
lawfully
Polaroid
good,
we
he
took.
was like, I didn't kill this, but I beat the people who did kill this. And here's how.
Yeah. So let's hang out here and wait for a drunken priest fighter. Or are we on more of a time-pressing time clock?
Well, you kind of
We
rushed.
came
but
here
not
for
like-
information, right?
Mhm. You came here for information from the Silent Servitude,
Mhm.
who may or may not be extremely busy. They're extremely busy right now with that. So maybe waiting for the next day would be a smart option.
All right.
You guys have those
Should probably-
rings, and you're still within range, so you can communicate with each other without actually having to go back to the tavern. If you three wanted to stay at the keep, and the other three wanted to stay at the tavern,
You guys want to let them stay at the tavern? Let's live it up a little. Fuck them.
Yeah.
What was that?
I'm
No,
staying
you-
at the tavern because I feel like keeping my triage open helps take the pressure off of some of the pressure off of silent servitude, and in the morning we'll be able to favor that for some information, or at least allow us to research our own, through their books.
Does
I'm
the
asleep.
keep have an open bar? They're out of brandy here.
Do they have an open bar?
percentiles, high or low.
Hi.
They do not.
No. Low.
What do you mean, cash bar? Boo.
No bar.
I just want to sleep in a nice bed
Aw.
with amenities and probably
The
food.
beds are nice. The beds are way
Yeah.
nicer than the tavern, but there's no booze to be found.
I'm
I feel like I
pretty
distinctly remember
sure.
seeing some.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure Sonder didn't. I don't know. Was it Sonder who spent some time raiding the bar?
No,
No.
no,
One
that
is-
was the lady outside.
No, that
Shucks.
Oh no, that was Noob's one-off when I got tickled by Steve
Oh
Harvey and had to leave for 2
yeah.
minutes.
I was gonna say I felt
that's
like that
right.
with this group.
Yeah, that was fun when I finally got to listen to what y'all did while I was gone.
That was fun.
The night
Yeah.
is long and arduous for those who stayed in the tavern. People continue to come and go. It takes a while for the adrenaline of it to all wear thin, and it's not until dawn breaks that you find yourselves too exhausted to go on. And
Huh.
maybe finally getting some sleep. The rest of you at the keep slept beautifully like babies.
Fantastic.
Well, can I ask
Because
before I
you're
do
dead.
that, before I go to sleep, can I do some praying and find out what's my god's relationship with the wolf god? Like, are they buddy? Do they hate each other? I don't know if we ever asked this. Yeah, we'll find out. Is this an ally we should work towards?
Give me a concentration check.
Please don't start
Concentration
one person holy war.
is That's-
Your spell, your caster level
Here.
added to a D20 roll.
that's a 19 plus 10, so yeah, that's 29.
Okay.
Yes.
Aw.
This night,
Aw.
for some reason, you get as soon as you go into your meditative state, Selkat is there.
Ah,
You had an option tonight, child, and you turned it down. Thank you.
of course, my lady.
There's only
Wow.
enough room in your heart for one of us. The wolf had no space in there. No. But
Yes.
to become the avatar of the wolf god would have removed me from your mind.
Correct. So I didn't do it. And to protect my people, our people.
Yes, our people, who you will see soon, I hope.
Me too.
Though the
you-
troubles in Yarnum still must be satiated.
Yes, it needs to be. I was actually asking about that wolf god. Is he a friendly deity to you? Possibly we could get his help at some point.
Many years ago, I would have said no. But the king hearkened, tampered the beast somehow, kept him happy, started these writs and brought him stories, kept his anger at bay. I believe that's why he reached to the paladin so firmly over the rest of you. A lot of similarities there. He may be a friend, but it won't be until this ritual they call the calling ends that you'll know for sure.
Understood. Yeah, that's kind of all I got.
Okay.
I ain't pushing my luck. Yeah.
Weird God sex scene. All right, you wake up the next day.
No, more.
Where
Your nipples are bleeding.
Yes.
where do Detta and Calip want to be?
Here, they say. Like they end up camping in the throne room closest to where they believe Varlos went.
If they're not opposed to it, I will hang out with them. Like if I'm getting the vibe though that they're like, dude, can you go so we can go to sleep?
Can we bang?
No.
They're brother and sister, dude.
Which one was pregnant?
Game of Thrones.
They're parents.
Oh yeah.
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 Wow.
Oh yeah.
You want to talk about where Terrence's mind went earlier? Gross.
Yeah. Put some more food in your mouth.
Horny's stepsister.
So Amon prays. Vladros sleeps in the throne room with the twins. Sonder, you have a spot that you can sleep. They lead you to if you don't want to stay in the throne room. The rest of you at the tavern, like I said, stay busy until the wee hours of the morning until exhaustion finally takes you. In a fitful sleep, you wake up a level higher. Bing.
Look at that. Ain't that
Hanging out
amazing?
with the wolves.
Is everybody ready to talk about their level?
Hell
Yes.
yeah, cuz.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So totally.
Vladros, go first since we rolled the same thing at the opening.
All right. Do we want to go ahead and roll hit points first, or do we want to talk about what I got first?
No, let's roll the hit points.
All right. I've got my D12 right here. Barbarians are the fucking best. I'll take half.
The most to lose and the most to gain. One dice roll.
What was it?
It was a 3.
Oh yeah, definitely take that half.
So what barbarians get at level 10 is they get another rage power. Because I'm just a straight up regular barbarian, not an unchained barbarian or anything weird.
Urban
No archetype.
barbarian.
No urban barbarian, just a straight up no archetype barbarian. Barbarian.
It's a bar library, right?
Yes. So I took the rage power Feyblood lesser because he's half elf. I figured that makes the most sense character wise. And also, when raging, if I confirm a critical hit, the target has to make a will save DC 18 or they're confused for 1 round.
Oh.
Yeah. So I didn't even know that was a rage power, but now it's like, oh yeah, I'm
Pretty
going to
good.
be confusing people.
I mean,
Nice.
worst case scenario, they roll to keep fighting, but they have to keep fighting the barbarian because he's the one
Yeah.
that hit them last or whatever.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
And then I got skills, which la da da.
Yeah.
And
How
6
many
hit
languages does the barbarian know now? 2?
points. Actually, he's pretty well.
First in etiquette.
As a protocol droid, he's well versed in over 600 forms of communication.
6 million.
Whatever.
Nerd.
A good attempt. A very good attempt.
Thank you. So actually, Vladros can speak Elven, First Speech, and Orc.
Oh, so 3 languages. I was like,
Yeah.
1.
He's a really smart barbarian.
And Common, 4.
So there's the feat. You got your level. You got a rage power, or was it just a rage power?
It was just rage power. I didn't
No
get
feat
any
this
feats
level?
this go round.
Okay.
No. I mean, I figured First Speech makes sense because he was fighting against Fey Lords and stuff in the
Yeah. Other worlds.
military. Kazakhstan? No, that's a real place.
Mm.
Wraith?
What is Kraith? Yes. God, it's been
I wasn't
almost
thinking about your
years.
backstory. I was thinking about the fact that y'all just left the Fey Wilds not that
Yeah.
long ago. That would have been another reason to have picked it up, I think.
Yeah.
All right.
But that's Vladrost.
That's Vladros. Who wants next?
I'll go.
All right.
HP. That's 5. I'll take it.
Okay. Was it half on the D8 anyway, isn't it?
Puts up to 85. So yeah.
85 hit points. Let me write that down.
That's fine because my weapon can now do plus 18 with 1d10 plus 10 damage. So I can hit pretty fucking hard now. That's
Yeah.
about all I got.
With
I got
a
a bunch
whip?
of. Ooh, I can apply negative levels.
Oh.
Yeah, with a touch attack.
Oh, that's cool.
That's the death archetype I took.
That's going to be
like,
fun for me to do with monsters on the fly. Just give them negative levels.
it's just -1s and 2s.
Yeah, well.
And I can give people fast healing 3 for 8 rounds or something like that. So 30 hit points over time.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm glad I didn't take my fast healing rage power then. I'll just
Yeah.
tap you for that.
Changed out some spells, did a little of that kind of stuff, but that's about it.
Okay.
I didn't really get a whole lot except for just kind of a general boost in all my stats.
Yeah, 10th level seems like a big level, but it's I remember it being kind of lackluster, even though it's right in the middle.
Yeah, no new feats.
Oh.
Oh, I have a plus 16 to sleight of hand now, so that's with my minuses.
Let's go on to a spellcaster, Nim. At 10th level, do you get new level spells or?
Yeah. So no, actually,
I didn't think so.
Odd levels. So 11th level, I'll get level 6 spells, but I did get a couple new ones. What I do get is one of the wizard bonus feats at that level, and I took improved plane shift, which kind of goes with Nim pretty well, but it allows me to I get plane shift for free as a 5th level spell instead of normally I have to wait till it's a 7th level spell. So that would be, what is that, 13? Level 13 before I would get that?
So.
Yeah.
So I get that immediately. And so when I cast it, I can spend a round to identify the destination of it. And then if I go through it, I automatically identify which plane I'm on as soon as I arrive. So if something happens like that, I'm going to know exactly where
You
we
get to
are.
pick a plane?
With plane shift, yeah, you do, I believe.
It's
you
like
pick, but there's a
teleport.
chance.
It's like teleport. You can flub the roll
Hold on, I'll
and
say.
end up on a random plane.
Precise accuracy as a particular arrival location on intended plane is not impossible for the material plane. Yeah, I think you get to pick, but there's a chance that you don't land there, right?
You move yourself or some other creature to another plane of existence or alternate dimension. If several willing persons link hands in a circle, as many as 8 can be affected by the plane shift at the same time. Precise accuracy as to the particular arrival location on the intended plane is nigh impossible. From the material plane, you can reach any other plane, though you appear 5 to 500 miles from your intended destination. Plane shift teleports creatures instantaneously and then ends. Creatures need to find other means if they are to travel back, including casting plane shift again. So your ability gives you does it take away the percentile for how far away you are?
It says what it does is it allows me to. It's improved plane shift, so it makes me an expert at it. Add plane shift to my spell list. The time required for you to identify a portal's destination is reduced to 1 round. In addition, you automatically identify any plane on which you arrive. So, it's weird. It seems like that doesn't exactly go with what I was thinking.
Well, too late. You've got it now.
Anyway, it's going to do what I think it does.
Yeah. Matt's trying to
And
move
the thing
this campaign into multiple planes. Hooray for
we
me.
have already been on multiple planes. I want to be able to get back from them. That's Nem's kind of thing. Yep. So I'm taking the average. I rolled a 3 on that, so I'm gonna take the average.
Okay.
And on that, which gets me up to a whopping 64 hit points. And yeah, other than that, nothing really great. Some skills. I didn't really pick anything interesting as far as spells, other than the Hungry Pit and Emergency Force Sphere.
Oh, I used to love that one.
That's a good one.
It's immediate,
it's got
right?
20. It's immediate. It's got 20 hardness. It's a dome.
Mhm.
It's all the way around me, and it has hit points equal to 10 per cast level. So it's got 20 hardness and 100 hit points. So
Yeah.
good luck.
But it only lasts a round.
That's enough time.
Yeah, that's all you need.
I get immediate. I still have a standard and everything else on my turn, which means
Not
I'm
a
not gonna be there
swift.
anymore.
If you use an immediate action, you lose your swift. We haven't been doing that. I keep forgetting. It's fine.
I don't have any immediate spells except for I don't think I have any immediate spells on this character.
Well,
Isn't it your little zip zop? Move
It's
forward.
a swift.
it's a
Yeah,
swift.
so you wouldn't be able to
It's a
move that one.
That's a swift that ends my turn, but like I say, I'll be zip zop out of there. Anyway, it's a good little keep them alive live thing, which I like to do with
Mhm.
most of every character I play. So, but that's it. Yeah, 10th level's not great, but 11th level I'm looking forward to.
Play, your first character didn't stay alive for very long at all.
I broke my rules with him and cared about someone.
Yeah. So this is first and last mistake.
That's
Okay.
what happens.
Kevin,
Good
tell
die
us
young.
tell us about your character.
Well, we start off with rolling hit dice, and it looks like I get 7. And then
Sense
I
motive?
get a but I get a new discovery this round, and I took concentrate poison, where I take 2 applications of a poison and turn them into 1 with a higher DC.
What does that up the DC to?
+2.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
You have to do stuff like that to make poisons work in this game.
Yep.
Yeah,
And,
otherwise they
I'm
suck.
Yeah.
a level away from getting poison immunity.
It's like some of those poisons are like thousands of dollars, and they do really nasty stuff, but the DC to save is like you need to roll an 11 or higher on a fortitude save.
But you got to do it 3 times. So
Well,
Have to-
not only
Yeah,
that, but mine, I took the sticky poison discovery, and
Gross.
it stays on your blade for a number of rounds equal to my level. So if I pass
Oh.
Dorian a single use of any poison, he gets 10 attacks with poison.
Well, that's kind of cool. It's the one thing about a low DC on a save. Doesn't matter if you have to make them roll the dice 10 times.
Yep.
Eventually they'll roll a 1. Statistics. Well,
True.
speaking of
So, yeah,
Dorian, wait, are you done, Kevin?
Yeah, I'm pretty much done. Just a new formula. So I took improved invisibility, or greater invisibility.
Oh, okay. Meet enemies that can do 85 damage per hit and see invisible. Got it. Dorian.
Yeah. I took another level Magus. The only thing I really get is an extra 2nd level spell and a bonus feat. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Hit points.
Now, let's see. Average again.
Yeah.
What feat did you take?
He didn't
I
take
don't know.
one yet.
I haven't taken it.
He hasn't picked a spell. He hasn't picked a feat, and he just now got his hit points.
Spell penetration.
Giggity.
Toughness.
I already have toughness.
I kind of figured you already had toughness. Take it again. I'll allow it.
Sweet. 10 more hit points. Extra
All right.
tough.
Moving right on along. That should be the name of the feat. Extra tough. And it's just a little kid going,
Toughening.
mug in face. All right, Sonder.
All right.
I gave you all the time to finish.
I was done. I just rolled an 8.
Sense motive.
Sounds
I did. Though. You can look at it.
That's motive.
We know
Spend too much time
Maho
with Kevin.
doesn't lie about her dice rolls like some of us.
Not about those anyway. Let's see. I don't know. Like some things I'm lucky about. I feel like rolling hit points I'm lucky about. And like everything except for rolling perception. Because I can't roll perception to save my life. Anyway. 5th level spells.
Word.
I got those. And let's see, 2 of them came automatically. Cure light wounds mass, which is pretty cool. If everybody's all bunched up together, I can do that. And summon monster 5, which you guys helped me realize that is only for elementals. Fire elementals. Fire,
Which is
fire,
not
fire
handy.
elementals.
Still not bad.
Dude,
Yeah.
Fire Elemental is pretty badass.
I mean, like, I like the idea of it, but I honestly just don't see it happening.
Just think of it as a goalie on fire.
Yeah, like I said, I like the idea of it, but
I always go back to the original EverQuest. The floating triangle with arms. Smell my pits. Smell my pits.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I don't, but it's still funny.
I can give myself, or I can give out spell resistance now, which is nice.
Okay.
That is nice. Take that, monster.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
I mean, it's a 5th level spell and only get 3 of them, so
Oh.
I don't see myself sharing too much just yet, but I can do it.
Is it better or worse than the amulet Amon is wearing?
I think better, because what is yours? Plus 20?
Yes.
And this is 12 plus your caster level, so 22.
Oh, wow.
Terrible person.
Ah.
Yeah, and
That's
it
pretty
scales
good.
with me.
Does that mean I can get 42?
No.
No.
No, I don't think it's gonna stack.
No.
And I'd have to beat your spell resistance to give it to you. So
We don't do that.
yeah. But yeah, that's about it. Besides, just 1 more minute of Wings of Flame.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Woohoo. I mean, no, like I just got that from leveling.
Yeah, but
So now I have 10 whole minutes of it, which I've used
A lot of
one
minutes.
since I got it. Yay. I feel
That's
like
a-
she
that's
just
a-
goes for a fly every night just to use them so she doesn't lose them.
Yo, I would.
But here's the question.
I mean, yeah.
You can interrupt those minutes, right?
Yeah.
So you have basically every combat you can fly.
Yeah. But my fly check, because I have this armor on, is a +1. So
Not a negative.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not a bad thing.
Sounds like a positive.
Yeah.
to me.
I mean,
Fly-
you guys
fly
are
checks.
being
Aren't super hard unless you're trying to do complicated stuff.
true, but I'm
I
not
don't know,
trying to
just
die
a hover,
flying.
I think is a DC 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to die flying if I don't have to. Move less than half speed and remain flying is 10. So I always tried to move regular speed when I was going. And I think I just moved every time so I didn't have to roll any fly checks. Because,
Yeah.
Well, if you
Yeah,
fail,
that's
you only
fine.
fall by 10 feet?
I thought you were just done for. I don't know.
No, you don't just plummet from the sky. Like if you fail, you either I think you have to move if you fail.
Okay. Interesting.
You generally,
I don't know how that works.
according to the class or the skill description, you generally need only make a fly check when you're attempting a complex maneuver. Without making a check, a creature can remain flying at the end of its turn so long as it moves a distance greater than half its speed.
Mhm.
It can also turn up to 45 degrees by sacrificing 5 feet of movement, can rise at half speed at an angle of 45 degrees, and can descend at any angle at normal speed.
Right. That's what she's saying, though. If she doesn't want to move, then she would have to make a check.
Yeah,
Right.
Which is
like
fine.
just to hover.
Hovering
is a 15 DC 15 check. Like if I want to be somewhere and stay there.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, I figure if I'm going to be flying, it's going to be high enough that there's going to be some damage. So safety
you gotta
first.
get your feather fall ring.
That's why I
2,000
flew
gold.
just over the roof last time, so that if I fell onto the roof 5 feet
I
below.
have a feather fall ring because I have potions of fly.
Now I've got my evasion ring and one other ring. I'm straight on rings right now.
I got lots of
think.
rings.
I think it's just
Also-
evasion and protection. Yeah, I'm ringed out.
If you fall, you can make a DC 10 fly check to negate the damage.
Oh,
Hmm.
But
word.
you can't make this check if you're falling due to a failed fly check.
Failed your fly check? Roll another fly check.
Yeah.
I'll just try
Yeah.
again.
Mhm.
I guess that makes sense. I mean, if somebody like pushed you off a cliff or something, and you have wings, you could catch yourself before you hit the ground, right?
Yeah.
I've never seen a movie where that's happened. Not once, not ever. Pretty much
Yeah,
every
needless
movie
to
where
say.
somebody learns to fly, that happens.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. That's kind of like
It's like a
the
given.
bird out of the nest thing or whatever.
I rewatched Shazam. It happened in that movie. I rewatched that this past week. That's a good DC movie.
I need to get back
It
and
is
watch
a
that
good
because isn't that
DC
tied in? Isn't he tied in with Black Adam?
I don't know.
Yes, they are. They are both sponsored by opposite gods.
I still
Or like
haven't seen that movie.
Egyptian or whatever.
Shazam.
Yeah, I don't
Black
remember-
Adam
I
is
don't know if I
a
watched it or not.
Shazam villain.
Yeah, that's what he's like, an anti-hero Shazam villain. That does look pretty good. I think that looks
Black
pretty good.
Adam is an anti-hero. He is straight villain. He is an
Well,
It's been a long time, but I remember in the comic books. I'm pretty sure he was at
he
times not
protected
a
his
villain.
country, but he was still a dictator.
I think it
Then
just
he was
depends
a
on
hero to his country.
when you were reading it.
Thanks for listening.
I'm very
Uh,
confused. I just want to see the Rock punch stuff. Is the movie
Yeah.
going to let me see the Rock punch stuff?
Well, I only
Yes.
like watching
I mean,
the
he's
Rock
like-
punch stuff if he's
Ooh,
in.
I get an extra use of my heat aura.
Boom, boom.
Surprise!
Yay!
Mahogany's the true Pathfinder nerd of the group.
Yeah, we're bullshitting, and she's like, "I'm studying this character."
Yeah, I'm figuring out
Well, I
things.
have to relearn it once every few weeks.
Mm.
It's a lot. Spellcasters have a lot of shit.
Everybody roll a
Going on.
d20.
Yes, we do.
I'm getting sucked into another dimension for some reason.
15.
13.
13.
Noob from your dimension. Close us out.
Thanks for listening to Homebrew Detritus. I know we've been gone for a long time, but we're back now, I hope. www.homebrewdetritus.com. Watch Noob Show. You know, that's all I got.
You talked about me in the latest Noob show. My dad is not the one that ate all the peanut butter. I don't know where you got that from.
Who's dad ate all the peanut butter?
Find out that and more.
No,
Never.
you won't.
On
We'll
this
Or if
never
you know,
Homebrew
put something in
Detritus.
the comments.
know. Whose dad is like someone's dad just ate jars of peanut butter and they had way too many jars of peanut butter.
If you're listening to us on Apple or iTunes, give us a rate,
Thanks, Dave.
review us.
If you like us, don't review us if you don't like us.
Actually, you know what? Leave us a negative comment. I don't give a shit. You know,
Yeah,
interact.
engagement is engagement.
I don't think YouTube reads those comments.
YouTube is an algorithm that reads nothing.
All hail algorithm YouTube. Did they click the button?
01,
Give them more surface area.
001.
Quoth the prophet Jeremiah.
What is wrong with me?
Okay, bye.
Bye.